Right now, our country is facing a major challenge, and the Biden administration is pushing for a new border plan that is simply not doing enough to solve the problem. The plan says that every single adult who comes alone must be kept in detention. And mind you, almost nobody comes alone for this very reason. And if more than 5,000 people show up in one day, the border is going to close. Once this happens, this means we begin sending people back right away, rather than allowing them to claim asylum here in the United States. Once the border closes, it doesn't open again until the number of people coming drops to 3,750 a day, and that has to happen for 2 full weeks. So wait a minute, I just said the bill falls short, but it gives Biden power to close the border and immediately deport people. So wouldn't his supporters be calling him a racist for doing this? Don't freak out. Let me explain why this solution is just for show and simply is not enough. Last year, on average, and keep in mind it was a record-breaking year, about 6,500 people came into the country illegally every single day. We experienced over 2.4 million illegal migrants entering into this country. With this new proposed rule, which aims to cut that number down to 5,000 a day, it's really only a reduction of 25%. Put simply, that's not enough. This bill is still going to allow over 1.8 million illegal migrants into the country every year. So not only does this bill raise eyebrows once you look at the finer details, but other people are now claiming that taking down barriers, like the razor wire that Texas put up along the Rio Grande, would be kinder and more humanitarian. But this completely misses the point. There's already safe ways to come in through the legal ports of entry. Pushing this large publicity stunt where the Supreme Court needs to make a ruling that federal agents can now take down the razor wire, this is encouraging people to take the dangerous trips across the Rio Grande River. That's the opposite of safe. And I guess that's why Border Patrol already said they aren't going to take any of it down. Oh, and by the way, remember a few years ago when Biden said that he's going to open the borders more? If you're a Democrat, you're probably going to say I'm making that up. But why don't you look at the receipts? On his first day in office, January 20th, 2021, he proclaimed the termination of emergency with respect to the southern border of the United States. He also, in that same executive order, redirected the funds that were already earmarked to finish the border wall elsewhere. Doesn't sound too much like he wants to stop this issue. And oh wait, would you look at that? Just a week later than that, on February 2nd, 2021, Biden overturned the Remain in Mexico policy. That policy allowed us to send illegal migrants with no claim to asylum back to Mexico, rather than apprehending them, but then releasing them back into the interior, as we've been doing now for 3 years. So Biden signed orders to change a lot of these rules, but it ended up making things even more confusing, even less safe, and increasing the flow of illegals. And now he's coming out saying he doesn't have the power to act. Well, maybe there's one person that we can blame because, I don't know, that person wrote executive orders wiping out the rules that were able to help him. So this latest border bill, it's not a real solution. It's just for show, a theatrical dance. It's making it seem like the people in Washington are actually doing something, but this is gonna ultimately fail at stopping these huge numbers of illegals flowing into the country. Me personally, I'd be looking for a plan that cuts illegal arrivals more than 80%. Not just 25%, if that. So we need actions that truly work, not just ever-growing, expanding socialist bureaucracy. America is about welcoming people. That I agree with, but it has to be done the right way, the smart way, and we need to follow the rules. So it's time to ask for more than just small changes. We want strong, smart plan that protects our borders and respects our laws. So I'm calling on you. Speak up, get involved. Don't let anyone tell you that this bill is how we solve our border crisis. This is like trying to use a piece of Scotch tape to seal the Hoover Dam. Yeah, it's gonna keep on flowing.